Hello knitters, welcome back to Rena Knits. So, why do you actually like knitting? Do you have any idea? I actually enjoy knitting because for me it's meditative, it's relaxing, and seeing a project finish at the end makes me feel really good that I've accomplished something. So those are the reasons why I enjoy knitting. What are yours? Keep watching as we talk about 6 different reasons why knitting is actually something good to start, especially when 2021 has just started. New hobbies, new interests, all to help you get better health-wise. There are many health reasons to start knitting. I found 6. And all of these reasons are actually good for you physically, emotionally, and mentally. So here are the 6 reasons why you should start knitting in 2021. Reason number 1. Knitting is actually good to reduce stress. The rhythmic and repetitive motion that you're focusing on when you're knitting with your hands, it actually brings about calmness. It releases a neurotransmitter called serotonin. Serotonin is known to help bring calmness and well-being. It is a form of de-stressor. It helps reduce depression and stress from your life. So if you're ever feeling down, or if you're ever feeling like you're just gonna lose your mind, pick up some needles and just start knitting. In less than 30 minutes, you're gonna feel very relaxed and stress-free. Reason number 2. Did you know that knitting actually helps with Alzheimer's? It reduces chances of you getting dementia because it actually starts creating brain's network of connections in the brain cells. And by knitting and remembering the different patterns, or starting a new pattern, remembering counting the number of stitches you need, when you need to decrease, when you need to increase, all of this starts getting your mind to work in a way that it creates new brain cells and new brain connections. This actually stimulates the mind and starts getting your network of new connections working in the brain. Reason number 3. It teaches you life goals. How could knitting actually teach life goals? Well, simple. You have to set a goal that this is the project I'm going to work on. You have to complete that project, so you need a timeline. And then, what are you going to do with it? So let's say you make hats, or you make a sweater, or you make a scarf, you make socks. What are you going to do with those? You're either going to give it to somebody, or you're going to use it for yourself. But as you get more into knitting, you start creating more projects. I currently have about 6 projects that I'm working on at the same time. So you figured out 3 reasons why knitting is good for you health-wise. How about the next 3? Keep watching as we learn more reasons why knitting is something that you might want to pick up and become good at. Reason number 4. Knitting actually helps overcome addiction. If you have a destructive addiction, now knitting itself can become addictive. A lot of people who are avid knitters usually have quite a few projects going on at the same time. And it's hard to put a project down when you know, okay, I'm almost completed, or I'll get to this next level, or next portion, or next row. So it is addictive. But compared to a destructive addiction, this is a more calmer addiction. Knitting itself is quite meditative. You heal through community support as well as giving others. Now, knitting can be both individual activity or it can be a community activity. It depends on you. Do you want to work alone? You could work at your house alone, working on different projects. Or do you want to work with a group of friends? And you could get a group of friends together to work on a project, or you could get involved with different community groups and start learning how to knit, or improving how to knit, or knitting various different projects. So that also is your choice how you want to get involved. Reason number 5. Knitting itself involves community. As I mentioned earlier in my last reason, it's meditative because it's repetitive. It involves others. It's up to you how involved you want others to be. It is an activity that calms you down. As you knit more frequently, it becomes repetitive. You get better at it, and it somehow has a healing effect on you, and it actually starts calming you down because you're focused on that one particular task and getting it completed. That process actually has a calming effect on you. Secondly, it can be a group activity. You can involve others and start working with them to get projects completed. You can also make it a community involvement where you're knitting for a hospital for cancer patients, or you're knitting for kids. Reason number 6. Knitting is actually good for you for your mental state. Emotionally comforting, and it helps prevent memory loss because 1, you're focused on a project. 2, you have various rules to remember, various patterns to remember, various points in your project where you might have to increase your stitches. So because of that, it actually helps with your memory. It actually helps facilitate conversation and helps improve self-esteem. As you get better at knitting, 1, you're going to realize that you're getting better at something. Secondly, you're going to be starting to finish up projects. As you finish up projects, you have various different projects, various different items that you've made. What are you going to do with them? So it starts involving others, and hence starts the conversation. And because you have something new that you're doing, others will ask about it. So that itself is a conversation making process. And thirdly, it helps dexterity and fine motor coordination. So by being it repetitive and by using your hands and your focus, your eye and hand coordination, it's actually helping you improve your motor skills. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to know when the next video will be posted. Until next time, relax, enjoy, and keep knitting.